Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So students, in this video we are going to discuss about our last topic of this week, which you have to cover from page number 102 to 106. The topic is symmetry. It's a very interesting topic. Let's discuss about the symmetry. So what is symmetry? What are the basic examples which we can see in our daily life of the symmetries? We see our face in the mirror. We can join our hand in the mirror. These are all are the examples of the symmetry. Mathematically, now we have to discuss it mathematically. So mathematically, symmetry means that one shape which is exactly divided where both parts are like one another. For two objects to be symmetrical, they must be the same size and shape when placed on one above another. Symmetrical line is the line which divides the shape in exactly same equal halves. So in the short form we can say that symmetry is the mirror image of the object, in which both objects have same size, shape, and they are placed in the same form. And when we place them on one another, then we can say that they can cover each other, completely cover each other. So we will say that these pictures are symmetrical. So practical examples, let's discuss about the practical examples from which you can easily understand the procedure of symmetry, the process of symmetry, or the method of symmetry. Practical examples of symmetry are all animals, also including the human beings, because we are also included in the category of the animals. In animals or human body, if the vertical line is drawn, then we see the both sides have same figure. For example, both sides have same eye, same nostril, same ear. These organs are even placed in the same place. So they are all the examples of the symmetry. In this slide, you can see that here is there are some another examples which are used for the symmetry. Symmetry is having one side that exactly mirror the other. If we observe this butterfly, when we draw the symmetry line in its middle point vertically, then we can say that these are symmetrical to each other. These two wings are quite symmetry to each other. Then when we come to these figures, the line of symmetry divides a symmetrical shape into the half. The line of the symmetry is always drawn in the middle of the object, from which we can say that it will be divided into the half. This shape, when we put a line of symmetry in the half, then these two shapes are symmetry to each other. When we observe these lines, then there are two lines which are line of symmetries. Here the vertical line and this horizontal line are the symmetrical lines, because when we fold this shape, then they will be symmetry to each other. In this figure, the vertical line is also the line of symmetry. So in these shapes, S cannot be divided in the symmetrical form. This H can be divided in the symmetrical form vertically or horizontally, both. This A is also symmetrically divided when we put the line of symmetry vertically. This P cannot be divided because it's not a symmetrical shape. This E can be horizontally divided, and this horizontal line is the line of symmetry. So here are some more examples which are for you to observe the line of symmetries. So I have, as on book you don't have any written work related to the symmetrical shapes, so I have find out some worksheets which for you through which you can find out the symmetrical shapes. You can easily understand the symmetrical shape. You can differentiate between the symmetry and non-symmetrical shapes, and you can draw the line of symmetry in all the shapes to find out that rather this shape is symmetrical or not. So if you observe this worksheet, so boys, you can see that in these shapes, some shapes are symmetrical symmetrical and some are not. But how can say that this shape is symmetrical and this shape is not when you put line of symmetry on them? Okay, when we come to next worksheet, here their line of symmetries are drawn. Then by using these line of symmetries, is the dotted line on each shape a line of symmetry? You first of all you have to know that what are the conditions for the line of symmetries. Then you will say by writing your answer yes or no, that rather this shape is symmetrical or not. In last worksheet there are some blocks are drawn over here. There are some half shapes are drawn over here. You have to complete these shapes to make it a symmetrical shape. You have to complete it very carefully by counting each and every block over here to complete it. So workbook pages, boys, which are included in this week are practice workbook worksheet number 4C, page number 15 and 16, and practice workbook page worksheet number 5, which is on page number 17 and 18. These workbook pages are also to be solved on loose sheets. You have to write these pages on your loose sheets and you have to complete them. So I hope so, boys, after this a long discussion, you will able to round off the numbers to the nearest thousand, and you also understand the method of estimation. Now you can also difference between the numbers and the Roman numerals, and you can also find out the difference between a symmetrical shapes and non-symmetrical shape, and you can also draw the line of symmetry in each shape. So now at last let's discuss about the written work which you have to complete on your loose sheets. So first written work is practice question number A to H on textbook page number 21. Practice question, you have to solve all parts from A to H. On page number 24 and 25 there are also practice questions are given from 1 to 3. These questions are also to be solved on your loose sheets. And then come to the workbook. On workbook worksheet 4C, which is on page number 15 and 16, you have to complete it on your loose sheets. And on fourth point, practice workbook worksheet number 5, page number 17 to 18, you have to complete these worksheets on your loose sheets. Remember, boys, no pictures or figures to be drawn on the loose sheet. Just write the basic answers on your loose sheets. And thank you so much.